My name is George Kauper, and welcome to XRP Unlocked. Today on the show, I'm joined by Jamesli. He's the founder, chairman, and CEO of Nature's Miracle Holding Incorporated. It's a California-based company at the intersection of vertical farming technology, EV distribution, and Bitcoin mining. James, I want to thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, George.
James has built his career on creating opportunities for ordinary individuals to participate in profitable and forward-looking industries. Before launching Nature's Miracle, James co-founded and led China Hydroelectric Corporation, which went public on the New York Stock Exchange in 2010 with a market cap of $1 billion, making it the largest small hydroelectric power company in China at the time. So James, thank you for joining us in the show today. Could you tell me a little bit about your background and what brought you to where we are today?
Sure. I started my career with Citibank in New York City in 1998. So I was always fascinated by the financial technology in the industry. I have also worked at Standard & Poor's as a rating analyst before I co-founded China Hydroelectric Corporation, which went on becoming one of the largest small hydroelectric company in the world. We listed the company on New York Stock Exchange with a $1 billion market value. And after that, in 2022, I founded Nature's Miracle Holding Inc. We went public on NASDAQ in 2024. Our goal was to consolidate the industry in the vertical farming and control the environment agriculture industry.
Excellent, thank you. This is quite interesting how you were able to, in 2010, found a company in such a critical industry. And how did you connect it to the United States and the stock market in the United States? What were the drivers that allowed you to work in between China and the US?
I have always been traveling between US and China. I came to the US when I was 20 years old, pursuing my MBA from Columbia University. And then I went back to China and co-founded the largest small hydroelectric corporation, which is really an energy company. And for Nature's Miracle, we are also dealing with agriculture from energy's perspective, because we're using energy to save water. We save 90% of water, and we can literally transfer the vegetable and agriculture to your doorsteps.
That's fascinating. And this also led you into the technology industry, into Bitcoin mining, is that correct?
Yes, correct. So all three industries have one thing in common, which is the efficient utilization of energy, and especially about renewable energy.
Yes, and hydroelectric is an excellent energy source for Bitcoin mining. Energy production being a very important critical infrastructure industry in today's market in 2025. So as you progressed in technology and crypto mining, what would you say the three key factors of Nature's Miracle are now as you operate that company?
Yeah, Nature's Miracle right now is at the cutting edge of developing cryptocurrency technology to be utilized in daily life. So we're currently actively working with a gaming company, travel company, and consumer product company to use one of the fastest growing crypto, XRP, in our daily life to encourage consumer to adopt XRP in their daily activity. So we kind of came up with the idea of pay-to-play type of concept. So for example, if you want to play a video game, or if you want to travel, or you go to a restaurant, and all this activity will be rewarded by the rebate or reward system. And those reward and rebate will come to you in the form of XRP, and which will not only give you the monetary value, but also give you the future saving and capital gain opportunity as well. So that's one of the technology we're actively using right now. And of course, we are also exploring the efficient utilization of energy through the combination of vertical farming and crypto mining technology. We can use the residual heat from the crypto mining in our vertical farming setting. And finally, we really want to promote the clean, renewable energy in all these settings. And we're looking to acquire a portfolio of carbon credit, which can also be tokenized using XRP ledger technology.
That's very much on the cutting edge of what's evolving. Ripple and XRP has just had some SEC settlement and clarity on the regulation around the usage of that token. Has that clarity and that SEC resolution, has that prompted you to move forward with your business plans in offering these types of rewards to your client base?
Yes, absolutely. So the new administration under President Trump has made the cryptocurrency one of the main pillar for the U.S. financial system, and as a result, SEC have relaxed the rule and clarified some rules surrounding cryptocurrency. And obviously, SEC's case against Ripple Lab, starting from 2023, as of now, have come to a settlement. Under the settlement, the sale of XRP to individual are not considered security and not subject to the U.S. security law, but the sale to institution are still considered security under U.S. security law. And so that gave XRP edge in terms of issuing the currency to individual buyer. At the same time, for large institutions, especially like public company, which are already regulated by SEC, so the security law application will not, make the thing more complicated. So as a result of that clarification, a lot more public companies are able to adopt different digital treasury program, either being Bitcoin, Ethereum, or XRP like ourselves. We have announced a $20 million XRP digital treasury program back in July. So we are one of the first public U.S. company to adopt XRP digital treasury strategy.
If you could give me a profile of your customers, are they international, in the U.S., and also what services would they be getting from your company in order to be rewarded in an XRP?
Yeah, so for Nature's Miracle, we have a couple of strategy going. So first of all, we have a $20 million digital treasury program actively deploying XRP. And second of all, we are developing an ecosystem where XRP will be used in the consumer product area. For example, so we're working with a Taiwanese company right now with airline and hotel, supermarket, where they can convert their mileage point into XRP, so that the consumer can directly hold those XRP, and instead of the mileage or point. So these are come across as international as well as US. We think this is a huge market. It's a multi-billion-dollar market for the mileage point redemption. And through the promotion of XRP, we think this will give airline and hotel who adopt our strategy a competitive advantages. We are also working with a LA-based gaming company. We are actively engaged XRP as one of the reward for the player on their game. So essentially, we have this concept called pay to play. So the player of the game, the more time they spend on a certain game, the more reward they will get in the form of XRP. And of course, this will be paid by the advertiser behind the game. Historically, advertising company are only paying the platform, the gaming company or social media platform for the advertising revenue. So now we have found a way for the consumer, for the viewer and player to get paid as well in the process, because they are the ultimate audience of this game and advertising as well. So we think this development using XRP will be a game changer for the advertising industry for social media.
James, I understand you're working with a gaming company and you've created a reward system for the gamers where they get rewarded in XRP no matter where in the world they're playing the game. Could you tell me a little bit about who that company is and how that's working for you?
So we're working with a Los Angeles-based gaming company called Fungi Game Development Corporation. They have developed a game called House Flip. It's essentially a house renovation game. This game has accumulated 16 million users in the United States. They have also gotten the sponsorship and support from Walmart. And the player can renovate different type of game online using tools developed by the game company. So we are actively engage XRP technology into the game. So for example, at a certain level of the game, when the player reaches those level, they will get a reward of XRP. And ultimately, these XRP are being paid by advertiser like Walmart, who is trying to sell their house renovation product like paint, floor, and so forth. This company has also developed a card game. In the US, it's called Big Two, but it's popular in over 50 countries around the world. So this company is launching the product globally. The Japanese version has already been launched. This poker game is very popular around the world, especially in Asia, like in China. There are 300 million active players for this type of game. So we can obviously include XRP as a form of a digital wallet for a player to play on this poker, and that can be used as a prize, can be used as a reward, and so forth.
Do you see using Ripple's stablecoin RLUSD as an integration or an off-ramp for the XRP in the system that you're setting up?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so RUSD is a form of stablecoin developed by Ripple, and we think that Ripple Foundation, Ripple Lab, and also XRP is known for the cross-border payment, for the speed and for the cost and for the efficiency. So this is one of their advantage compared to other crypto coin. And obviously, by deploying their stablecoin with XRP is seamless, transaction. We are entering a partnership with Crypto.com, where our XRP and other crypto holding will be held as crypto, and where our customer can also open an account with Crypto.com as well. So they have excellent institutional custodial services for crypto.
Fantastic. You started with mining Bitcoin. What was the reasoning behind using Ripple's XRP instead of staying with Bitcoin? What advantages do you feel that XRP has over Bitcoin?
Yeah, I feel Bitcoin is really the first generation of the crypto coin, where it really is not being used in the daily transaction. It's especially right now you have the consensus being formed around Bitcoin. So a lot of central bank, government, and the large institutions have already adopted Bitcoin as one of the sort of a reserve for the stable coin or for their treasury program. So we see, I see Bitcoin really as a sort of a digital version of a gold, type of assets. Just like the gold, which doesn't really have any daily functionality. So XRP is really, second generation or third generation of crypto. It has a strong functionality. As I said earlier, Ripple developed XRP to speed up the cross-border payment. It could potentially replace or at least complement international wire transfer system such as SWIFT, given the speed and given the efficiency and given the cost. So we are seeing financial institutions around the world adopting XRP as a form of payment. So I really see Ripple's XRP will be extensively used in financial transaction as a form of payment and so forth. And so for the transaction we're involved with, there's a lot of daily transactions. Sometimes they're in very small amounts. For example, in the reward system, you could see transaction in $1 or even 50 cents, that type of a transaction. Whereas, the XRP transaction will reduce the cost for this type of a smaller transaction to a significantly kind of a small amount. So that's why we adopt XRP as our core strategy going forward.
That really makes sense. Good sense. Nature's Miracle provides rewards for other clients in other industries that you're providing services for. What are some of the other areas where your customer base could receive XRP as a reward?
Yeah, essentially, we are seeing the XRP reward system can be adopted throughout consumer activities. We are working with a commercial bank to issue a credit card so that for every dollar the consumer spend using the credit card, they will get a certain percentage of reward in XRP. And we can work with a restaurant where a repeat customer can get a customer loyalty point in the form of XRP. So XRP essentially can be used as a reward currency. So instead of getting for a consumer in their wallet, instead of carrying different card and different type of reward, which are very difficult to convert or use them on the daily life, they can just get one XRP currency. It saves time and for both consumer as well as the issuer. And so we see this as just the tip of the iceberg. If we can start to deploy XRP in the reward system, we can see this being adopted in much wider space in the consumer industry.
That's incredibly interesting because it's a universal currency where your client base or customers can get that reward and use it in a very efficient manner anywhere in the world. It's really amazing. Is there any other areas within Nature's Miracle business model that customers you have credit card rewards, gaming rewards, any other areas of customers can receive rewards?
Yes, we are, as I said before, I'm working with this Taiwanese-based company where their customer can convert their airline mileage into XRP. They can convert their hotel point into XRP. So you don't have to juggle between different programs trying to claim your mileage. And XRP, we believe, is very undervalued. It has a lot of potential to go up in the future. So not only it simplify the customer's point and the mileage, but also really give the customer a saving and a capital gain opportunity. So as I said earlier, we want to start in this area. Once we set up a foothold in this, and we see a much wider adoption of this reward program. For example, if you go to Starbucks, and Starbucks give you point for their repeat customer, but when do you can actually convert those points into actual usage? I think that's a very natural XRP adoption there, but of course we have to get to a critical mass before somebody like Starbucks will adopt this type of strategy.
Yes, and what really strikes me is because I use the reward systems for airlines, for credit cards, for different services. But to get the capital gains potential from being rewarded in XRP is pretty extraordinary. It really is. It looks like to me you're rolling out a whole new area of what's so great about the crypto world to get those capital gains and appreciation in the value of the token in the rewards system. Let me try and rephrase that for you. I'm going to ask another question. Then I have a couple of questions I'll ask you out of here.
Sure.
But what I was going to say is that is incredible. That's very interesting. Let me start over again. That to me looks very unique. That Nature's Miracle is leveraging XRP and its cryptocurrency to provide that reward for its customers where they can receive the increased value of the token, whereas every other reward system, they will reward in their own token or currency, which is fixed value. But it looks to me like along multiple lines of business, you're creating a reward system which really leverages the wonderful part of the blockchain and all tokens in cryptocurrency, where when they receive a reward, they can benefit from the increased value of that token. And when customers do business with you across multiple lines of business, they can again leverage that increased value of tokens by participating in Nature Miracle's ecosystem.
Exactly. So that's why we call ourselves an XRP company, because we're essentially providing XRP as a solution for different users across industry. We see XRP being one of the catalysts to help this company to achieve competitive advantage. So just imagine if you have an airline adopting our XRP reward system, and I think they will attract a lot more customer than their competitor, because who don't want to have a very simplified mileage program denominated in XRP, which will have the potential of increasing value by 10 or even more, times going forward. So that can really give an airline or a player a competitive advantage, and that simplify everybody's life and consolidate consumers' rebate and point in one uniform currency.
James, what strategy is Nature's Miracle adopting in the cryptocurrency space compared to other maybe potentially competitors in your area? What makes Nature's Miracle unique in this space, in the blockchain and cryptocurrency space?
Well, currently there are over 200 public companies adopted the cryptocurrency digital treasury strategy. And most of the companies have adopted the Bitcoin and more recently Ethereum strategy. And their angle is really to buy and hold of this cryptocurrency, and they raise a lot of money from the public market and invest into crypto and wait for the appreciation of this cryptocurrency. As a comparison, Nature's Miracle is actively deploying XRP in our businesses, and we're working with other consumer product company to actively using XRP. So that's a major difference. So we're not just buying a bunch of big XRP and waiting the XRP to go up in value. So we're actually developing and the scenario where XRP can be used in the daily life. We think this can be hugely value added to the repo and XRP community.
James, a lot of U.S. public companies have adopted a cryptocurrency strategy. How is Nature's Miracle strategy a little bit different than the way U.S. public companies have adopted their crypto strategy?
Currently, there are over 200 U.S. public companies adopted the cryptocurrency treasury program strategy. Most of these companies only buy and hold, and their raising a lot of money from the public market and then investing into Bitcoin or Ethereum and waiting for the appreciation of those currency. Nature's Miracle announced a $20 million XRP digital treasury program back in July of this year. But in addition to that, we have also developed a XRP-centric ecosystem where XRP is being used as a form of currency in different aspects of consumer product areas, as we talked about before, especially in the rebate, award, gaming, travel kind of a setting. So we are one of the first company to deploy XRP in those scenarios. So we think by actively using XRP as a form of currency or unified form of payment, it will greatly improve the value and the liquidity of the currency. And that's very value added to the XRP community. And so that's our goal is really to become a true XRP company by using XRP in those scenarios.
James, why did you choose XRP over other cryptocurrencies to deploy in your reward system?
Yeah, XRP was developed by Ripple Lab, and the founder was Chris Larsen, and he started his career in the financial industry. He was the founder of Elon, which was later sold to a large mortgage company. So from day one, XRP was developed to help the bank and institution and individual to transfer funds in an efficient manner. In terms of the transaction, the cost of XRP transfer is only a fraction of a cent, and in terms of time, it's in a second. So if you apply that toward our financial system, we're still operating in a very old, antiquated, financial system where wire system is being adopted, and that process is expensive and time-consuming and very difficult to verify. So you can essentially say XRP was from day one was developed as a choice of payment from day one. So if you compare that to the other currency, Bitcoin is really a form of digital form of gold assets. So it's being used by central bank, government, and institution as a form of reserve. So it doesn't really have a functionality. And Ethereum, which is the second largest crypto coin, is being used to write smart contract. And a lot of DeFi, Web3 applications are being written on the Ethereum technology. So you can, XRP is the third largest cryptocurrency. Currently has a market value of over $100 billion, but it's being widely used as a form of payment. Because of the setting we're developing right now, involve a lot of payment, whether across the border or between consumer and institution. So that's why we adopt XRP as our main strategy.
James, Nature's Miracle is a publicly traded company. What's your plan for the next 12 months?
Nature's Miracle right now is trading on OTCQB under the symbol of NMHI. So we are working to beef up the company's balance sheet as well as business line. We're using XRP as a catalyst and also a theme to unite a number of potential acquisition, partnership, and so forth. And our goal is really to apply to uplift on NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange over the next 6 months to 12 months period of time. So where we can have more access to capital so that we can develop more strategy around XRP.
Thank you, James.
Thank you.